Hey, beautiful people. Hopefully, y'all can hear me okay. Hey, Major Coins, I see you. This stream is more for my regular audience, where I'm doing my check-in and kind of chilling with you guys, and I hope that y'all are doing okay. Um, Let me take a drink of water, and we'll get into it. It has been a while since I've really. Hang on. I just put that link in there for whenever you guys. I'm just getting situated. I just finished this live stream, so I had to take a breather and come back. But some of you that has followed me know that I have been like on this journey, and I'm about to celebrate 4 years in sobriety, and I'm pretty excited about that. But I'm pretty excited about that. But I still get a little nervous sometimes too, especially with the Asabi, especially with the holidays coming up. Asabi, I missed you. I missed you, and you remember Sooner? Some of you that have followed me know Sooner. And do I seem nervous right now? I'm nervous because I have not spoken to her for when I say years, I mean years. So I happened to stumble across her, and she said she wanted to talk. So we'll talk. We'll talk. Cam, what's good? Water is good for me. Water is good for me. I need water. I need water. So we'll talk. So again, if you guys are, hold on, I just lost my stream. If you guys are watching me from anywhere else, I'm catering to my regular audience today, but you guys are more than welcome to join my horizontal stream. Wait, I think I'm frozen. Shoot. I think it's frozen. I think hold on. I'm frozen. Dang it. 1 minute. You guys still see me? It looks like my camera's frozen on my end, and I don't know why. What's good, Uncle Claude? It's not moving. Not for you. It's not moving on my end. Okay. Let me use my phone because it looks stuck, and I don't want to have to reboot it. Are you guys sure it's not frozen? What's good, Aaron? I think it is. Hold on. Let me get on my phone. I can't tell. Because it's not moving for me. You guys, anyways, Happy New Year's if I don't see you guys and all that good stuff. But my picture is frozen on my screen, and y'all telling me it's not frozen. Asabi, am I frozen? I think it is. Let me no, you just see your pic. Okay, let me reboot. Hold on. Let me reboot my stream because wait, maybe it's working now. Hold on. Oh, you're calling me. So, okay, so now it's moving. Okay. Okay, moderators, I hope that y'all are in my regular chat. Okay, whoever's backstage, I can't tell who you are. Let me use my banner. I have a debate for you: anti-Trump versus pro-Trump. Let me know. Send me the details. Leave it in either send me a DM or invite me to your show and give me the details. I'll show up. Okay. Hi, you guys. Hold on. Hang on, you guys. Okay, whoever's backstage, your device isn't connected, so I can't bring you up unless you connect your device. So let me just wait for her. Hang on. I got this. Okay. Pro-Trump? You guys are talking about... This is Sonnetter. Oh, Sonnetter. What is that name? Tuesday, right? Are you for Donald Trump? I'm for Donald Trump, but you're pro-freedom? I should have did a regular stream and not a political stream, but I'm down for the debate. You're pro-freedom? What's good, Bird Dog? Uh-oh. Give me a... I'm right here. I really like to see an independent candidate if you really want to vote. God bless everyone. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, you guys. I thought this was another screen. Yeah, I'm right here, son. I'm right here. Where am I from? I'm from Palm Springs. Just call me Nicole. Okay. Hey, you guys. She couldn't hit my link, so I have her. You can't hear me? My Christmas was good, Warren. I'm on mute. You're muted? Hey, Sooner.
What it do, boo?
How are you? You guys, she had to call in because she's not able to hit my link. So we'll just... Now you can talk? Okay. Now you can hear me? All right. There we go. All right, you guys. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties. Sooner, what's good? What's on your mind?
Oh man, guess who's back? You know what I'm saying? Just in time for the new year. We've got a lot of old news we need to go over. We need to do this sectors wrap up with an S, several sectors. You know, just wrap it up. And I'm talking about wrap it all the way up, tie it up neatly into a bow, and, you know, go ahead and kick that bitch right on out the door. Because it's like, okay, not only a wrap up for the year 2025, but, you know, all those years before that. I don't want you bringing in none of that nonsense that happened in the past. It's about, these are the last couple of days of the year, you know what I'm saying? And the bottom line is, it's time to purge. It's time to get this stuff out of our system once and for all and never revisit it, you know? So anybody who, you know, didn't get their question answered, things were forgotten or misconstrued or quote unquote misunderstood, you know, let's just go for it. I don't mind, you know, because people are probably like, you know, who the blank is this person? You know, I am a visitor from the somewhat distant past. I don't know. I mean, you want to explain, I guess, Nicole?
I do.
Okay.
I think what I want to do.
Uh-huh. Yes, freestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Go for it.
Is that? Oh, because I have, you know, several questions. Okay.
Go for it.
You know, I listened to what he was talking about, you know, earlier in your podcast or whatever, and I don't know. To me, he was like rambling, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like,
So I played a video about Donald Trump, and sometimes some people have disagreements with me. Sooner obviously does not agree with a lot of my political views, and go for it.
Well, this is going to be very different because me and, you know, Nicole, we're like night and day when it comes to political views. And it's not about like red and blue. I'm actually a registered independent voter. Okay, sorry to ruffle anybody's feathers, but I'm just a straight up motherfucking Democrat and just gonna go. No, that's not how it works. I've, you know, voted both ways. I've been accused of going both ways on the ballot, and guess motherfucking what is true because I have my own mind, and you know, I want to be able to think things through before I just, you know, go all heads in, all in on just one thing. The fuck no, because these issues that's going on are not blanketed. Go ahead.
Well, there's some people in the chat that say women supporting Orange Man is wild. Grey Ghost, I'm not sure why you say it's wild. I think that women support the person that's the commander in chief, regardless of who that person is. You're welcome, Mukai. So that's how I feel about that. Now, I've known Sooner for a while, and we actually have a lot of things that we want to talk about. But on the political front, I think that a lot of people, including Sooner, stopped being friends with me over my political views. But I can't.
That's not motherfucking true. That's not true. Oh no, the leopards ate her face. Girl, shut the fuck up. You already know it definitely wasn't about Trump. I have plenty of family members, you know. Yeah, I have like plenty of family members who support Trump, and then the other half motherfucking don't. Like, we can agree to disagree and still be, you know, friends. And you know, you throwing me a birthday party in 2 weeks. What the fuck you really want from a?
Well, I can say, because it's like, what's good, Drip? Hey, Steven. Oh my God, I support Sooner. You support Sooner?
Yeah, support me. Please hit the Cash App. You know what I mean?
You
hit
guys,
the Cash App.
I have not.
I am accepting tips right now in the mighty name of Jesus. I want to thank Misunderstood, you know, for even reaching out to me. You know, I have been praying for her. I had been in the clouds mostly, you know, just praying for her progress, resisting to. I mean, I was breaking my finger trying not to hit these motherfucking links. And y'all know it's been yours. It's been yours. But I see the growth, you know, and I'm loving every minute of it. And one thing that's always been solid about motherfucking Nicole, her political views are on point. She does her research, you know what I mean? And it's not all fake news. I'll put it like that. Like, yeah, a broken clock can be right twice a day, sure, but Nicole has been right more than twice, so the fuck, give her little flowers and stuff. And
I
shake,
feel that as a Black woman, I can't understand why you wouldn't look a different way and say, you know what, the Democratic Party hasn't worked for me. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna do something different. Why can continuously do the same thing? That's why when I go live, I don't really give much commentary on it. I'd rather give you guys the news and speak after, so that way it's not coming from MU. It's coming from the horse's mouth.
Oh, I don't even think that was a horse or whatever. Sorry. I was thinking about La Lisi. Oops, did I just say that? Excuse me.
You know what I would love to do?
What? Oh, and La Lisi is from the Moultrie sector. A lot of people say she looks like a motherfucking horse, so I'm sure that the joke went over a lot of people's heads, but it won't after tomorrow. But anyway, keep going. Yes, La Lisi does look like a horse. Of course, of course, of course. Okay. Keep going, my love.
You and I have not spoken in so long, right? And I
It's
feel
been years. It's been years. Go ahead. I'm sorry. We always do that. We always end up talking at the same time, and I don't want to be rude, but I don't want to mute myself because then it'll be a delay. So I'm going to zip my lip for now. See no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. It's your turn.
Well, I would like to do, okay, because it really bums me that you can't hit my link. I don't mind people calling in. I actually love call-ins. I feel like we have a lot to talk about, and I want to fire up a stream why you have good arguments.
Okay,
I want to talk with just us. But before I do that, I just want to say this. When it comes to Donald Trump, I have to stand firm on what I say. I think that a lot of people don't support Donald Trump because they're afraid of something new. They're comfortable with the way that things used to be. And I come out here speaking the truth and preaching the truth. And I feel like if you're a right-wing thinker, you get a lot of pushback instead of people kind of listening to the points that we're trying to make. Like, we're tired of the borders just being open and men being pushed at women's sports. Let's start there.
Okay, well, I mean, he's the most understandingly hated president once again since the 45th president. The fuck? Don't forget about all the time he spends golfing. What you talking about? I mean, can I go on? I will. I know you don't like it, so we're going to go on. I mean, he's the most stupid person to sit in the White House and do nothing all day but post on social media and whine, post and whine every single day. This is the laziest freeloader the White House has seen. Hasn't worked nothing but his lying mouth. And a mouth can say anything. Did they tell him exactly what the word cognitive means? Or did he just take a guess and figured it had something to do with the building ballroom materials? The fuck? His sister said he was dumb and never took his SAT test. He paid someone to take it for him and paid people to do his homework. So another day, another lie. I refuse to entertain his nonsense. It reeks just like his adult Pampers. You see the look on Melania's motherfucking face. The fuck?
So you guys, let me tell you something. This is a little different for me because normally I play a clip and I don't listen to what you guys have to say to me. But Sooner is my friend, so and I haven't spoken to her, but I can tell you that my inbox and my emails go crazy when it comes to Donald Trump. So I thought, okay, I'll hear you guys out today. I'll hear you out. Nicole, can you see my comments? Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat. Can you put it back so I don't have to scroll up? I didn't see your comments. Okay, so let me say this. Typical left tactic to insult instead of using reason. And I feel that what you said right now definitely represent the Democratic Party. Nothing wrong with being a Democrat, but Melania is a beautiful first lady. She represents Donald Trump very well. And Donald Trump has done everything that he said he would do. Mhm. Trump is, oh no, Trump is not Hitler. Let me remove that comment. I think that Donald Trump has done everything that he said he would do. And I'm very proud of how far this country has come. Oh, hey, Vigo. Hey, you guys, this is Sooner, you guys. Be nice to Sooner. I actually love Sooner. And it's okay. Beautiful and dumb. It's okay that she has a difference of opinion. But I think I can get her straight. I don't know.
Get me motherfucking straight. Excuse me, but he's exacerbated a situation that was already a shit show. I can't stand him, but let's not absolve the previous administration of the mess they created. All this could be done. I don't know. It reaches peak in just 11 months compared to 4 years of fuck. We need to destroy and rebuild. Fuck.
Okay, so you can't see the chat. Okay, so if you guys that comment was about you.
I can't see the chat at all.
She can't see the chat, you guys. So I have to read. Name one good thing that Donald Trump has done. He's protected the borders. He sent Houston. He's cleaned up Washington D.C. He has started Trump accounts. There is a huge problem with illegal immigration, and he's definitely cleaning it up. That is not in American people's best interest to just allow anybody to come over.
Well, like I said before, he's going to turn on his base, now that he has what he wanted, and he no longer needs them, and he will definitely bite as the snake. He told them in his stupid ass story, he told them right to their faces he doesn't give a damn about them. And Trump is just a chaotic minstrel show.
Okay, chaotic how though?
You can't change my motherfucking mind.
Chaotic how though? You're not saying how. It's like you're saying that Donald Trump is chaotic. What president is not chaotic? Muke says, I'm happy with what he's done so far. Kira, you agree? You still not white? Who said I want to be white? I'm proud of my... who said I wanted to be white, David? Who said I wanted to be white? You're exposing yourself for your lack of research. MAGA is turning on him. I'm not MAGA, number one. And Grey Ghost, I'm not MAGA. I have never claimed to be MAGA.
I thought MAGA was the red motherfuckers.
No, MAGA are people that, that I say they're far right. I'm definitely not far right.
Or would you call them a cult of personality?
Define Trump. Define cult. How is Trump a cult?
Like just a blind following. They'll just motherfucking whatever he says, they will fall in line like choice soldiers. Christmas is over with, but like them when they fell in the the Rockettes or whatever they be rocking. But anyway, the bottom line is mindless bots. I'll put it like that. How about that? Can I say that?
You can say whatever you want. I'm not censoring any. I don't even censor my chat. My chat's rocking out, but I don't censor anybody. You can say what you want. Number one, you guys, for the record, people are asking me from a political channel. I talk about whatever over here. And I happen to like politics a lot. Now, I'm not MAGA, but I am conservative. And I can't say, you guys have to realize that not every Republican supports Donald Trump at all.
They don't?
No.
How that work?
Look at Marjorie Taylor Greene, how she turned on Donald Trump.
But she's going to get
Candace Owens is another one that turned on Donald Trump. There's a lot of people that have claimed to be a Republican, and now all of a sudden they don't want to stand behind the president. And I find that very interesting. I think that is pretty sad. And I feel like they have ulterior motives.
Okay, but you do realize he's not even trying to run or administrate the country, don't you?
Thank you, JoJo's. Do I realize what?
That he's not even trying to run or administrate the country. This is an opportunity to grift and make money. He is getting kickbacks from what? Argentina? helping out the American hedge fund guys who were going to lose their shirts there. Look, the ballroom, the tariffs, the charges for visas. You know what I'm saying?
We got to start with what? Which one do you want to start with? You want to start with the ballroom?
I'm not even motherfucking finished with my point. So let me do that, you know. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, this is just to bring money to the treasury so he can steal it or grip it to himself.
I can't stand her. So I can't stand
This
her.
is why he yelps so loud and told the tariffs are illegal, which they are. He ripped off $205 billion so far. We'll see if SCOTUS makes it give it back. You know, he's punking everybody left and motherfucking right. I mean, he's got the iron hand. I mean, come on, look, things in Venezuela, Mexico, Nigeria, you know what I'm saying? Even the destruction of the wind farms, you know, it's about him coming like an oil oligarch or some shit. I don't know, which he seems to want to do.
I think look, this is for you. This comment is for you. You're the one repeating what you hear, lady.
He made a disaster in all his other businesses. I'm sure he's going to be wildly unsuccessful in that too. But meanwhile, hundreds of thousands will die, and let's hope it'll only stay at that level. You know, the wall, it was all about paying off a Russian steel oligarch named Roman Abramovich, okay? Look, his American Steel Company is the only one that makes that kind of steel poster they use, and that's why the wall looks so funny, and that's why it's so ineffective with people climbing over every 10 seconds. He paid his debt off with our money, billions of it, and you want to be snowed? Hey, congratulations. Keep the wool over your eyes. I wear Ray-Bans.
I feel that you asked a lot of questions and you really didn't give me a chance to answer. Now, I'll start with the ballroom. The ballroom, number one, he used a lot of his own money to fund the ballroom. It's not the first time the White House has been renovated, but when Donald Trump does it, it's a big deal. I feel that the ballroom is important. It's because he entertains a lot of high-ranking people. And this is a way to, you know, have conversations, to break the ice a little bit. I don't see the ballroom as pointless. It's been talked about before. Donald Trump is the one that's making it happen. I do not have a problem with the ballroom. People like to say it's coming from the American people's dollars. It's not. And I don't see the problem.
Okay, that's because you're a ballroom dancer. You're biased.
I am a professional ballroom dancer, you guys. I am. But I'm not biased. I think the ballroom is an amazing idea. I mean, he's entertaining like royalty. So it has to be well done. It has to be expensive. It has to be fitting for the United States. I'm all for it. Is it something I think about? No, I think that we have more important issues to talk about, like tariffs, Trump accounts that I spoke about earlier, Trump RX. There's a lot of things that we could talk about besides ballroom, but if you want to talk about the ballroom, I don't see the problem. Right, Mukai? I don't see the problem.
Yeah,
Look at this. Obama's basketball court cost more than a ballroom, and taxpayers paid for the basketball court, but nobody's talking about that.
I didn't know that, but give it a rest, okay? Because President Barack Obama could play a mean game of basketball. He deserved the motherfucking basketball court. Trump can't dance. What the fuck is he gonna do in the ballroom? He'd be better off inviting you to come motherfucking perform, because his bitch ass can't do anything. He can barely stay awake. I mean, what are we really talking about here, Nicole?
Somebody's put, hey, Frosty, I see you. Ask the lady on the phone. What has the Democrats changed?
That's a good question. Why don't you answer that question? Because, I'm not a political buff. I give knee-jerk reactions. I'm very emotional. I'm very practical. I'm very energy-based. And all the things that he's doing is of the lower realm. Okay, we battle with the principalities and, on the lower spectrum, light side, dark side, all of those different things. A lot of people cannot even begin to vibrationally feel it because they're so numb to all the nonsense that's going on. They're just drones. They just nod their heads in agreement like good little sheep. But surprise, the wolf be rocking sheep's clothing from time to time, or has everybody forgotten that?
My dog is getting on their nerves, you guys. I'm sorry. Stop it. I'm so sorry.
Oh, baby.
My dog is getting on their nerves.
I forgot you got a new dog. What's the doggy's name?
Fantasia Penelope.
Oh, I love Fantasia. Oh, I voted for that on the poll. Yeah, I voted for motherfucking Fantasia. I love Fantasia.
They're getting okay. My dog. Okay, you guys, let me get my dog out of here. Okay, keep going. I'm listening to you. Let me get my dog. She's driving the chat upside. Go, puppy. Go.
Oh my goodness! And you don't want to hear,
No, I.
Because it's like, okay, we're never going to agree, never. Like if we do, pigs will be flying in this.
I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna leave off with a closing comment that
before you close, no, puppy, it's because she's trying to play catch with me. Before you close, let me just say this. Before you close, I think that let me take this down ball from this dog. You made good points, but you did ask me about the Democratic Party, and I really want to respond to that. Is that okay?
Yes, I'm sorry. I even forgot that fucking ass.
I didn't forget, but you asked me
to get me on track.
Okay, I got you.
Thank you.
Is it okay for me to call you a Black woman, or however you identify?
I'm African American for sure, but I'm also mixed with Oneida Indian, so it is what it is. Like when you come down to my house for my birthday or whatever, you're gonna see all these pictures of these, Native Americans and stuff, and you'll see a picture of my grandfather as well. But yeah, he's the one, who's like mixed with Black or whatever. So I do have several things that I identify, including but not limited to Indigenous, American, but also foundational Black American, FBA.
FBA. Yeah. I'm going to do a stream about FBA, and I hope that you join me. You guys, believe it or not, I love her, but I feel that it's important for me to speak the truth to my friends. As a Black woman,
I know. I see it every day when I look in the mirror. I can't wash this off with me.
Black people don't tip. Don't put crap like that in my chat. We tip. Shut up. I don't have any mods that could block you, but don't put crap like that in my chat.
They don't, but see, that person speaks from a state of poverty consciousness. You understand? Our cup is not even half full. It's overflowing. And therefore, anyone who helps or provides the service is not only getting tipped generously, they're also going to be tipped in their spirit with courtesy, not with sneering eyes, not by overly criticizing the most minuscule microaggressions. Sometimes you got to be a better motherfucking customer too, motherfuckers. Like, where do you conservative and MAGA,
MAGA?
Yeah, MAGA bitches, okay? You know what I'm saying? But it's all good, though, because his whole reign is an eternal fuck you. Like I said, to all the MAGA bitches that voted with ignorance and hate and are now getting fucked over again by this orange demon. You reap what you sow.
When are you going to let me answer? When are you going to let me answer?
I'm done going on.
That was a pretty speech and all, but let me get to some facts.
That's good.
There's no reason why I feel that the only reason that Black Americans vote Democrat is because our parents did and our grandparents did. Instead of us looking at how things never change, they'll all say the Democratic Party, all they have to do each election is make promises. They do not have to deliver on those promises. A government that you say oppressed you is not going to come and save you. The Democratic Party has not supported reparations. They have not supported Republicans fought for the Civil Rights Act. There is no way, as a Black woman, I would vote for a party that fought to enslave me. And then after we were free, they came up with black codes and everything else. That came from the Democratic Party, and that did not change. The KKK came from the Democratic Party, but see, we don't want to talk about that, and we want to call Donald Trump racist, but you want to ignore the racist history of the Democratic Party. And that's what I'm saying. Yes, the Republican Party is not the same. It's been a little bit different, whatever, but the Republican Party has been there before Donald Trump and is going to be there after Donald Trump. I'm going to vote for the party that wants to see me wealthier. I love wealthy people. And let me tell you something, there's racist people on both sides, but the Democratic Party is notorious for not delivering on the promises. Why? Because they need you dependent on the government. They need you to depend on whatever, but they don't have to deliver. And whatever they give you, they're getting so much more. But all they have to do is deliver on the promises. So therefore, instead of looking at, oh, okay, I'm going to vote. The Democratic Party, I think it's sad that they do not have to fight for the black vote. They don't. Because black people notoriously will vote Democratic. But there was a time where we were Republican. Black men were in office. They were part of the Republican Party. And all of that changed. All I'm saying is I'm looking at the party that has fought for me. And yes, there's no size that's perfect. But what I am saying is that you can make it work. And I do believe in less government involvement in our life. That's what the Republican Party is about. And when it comes down to Republican or Democrat, you're looking at how much government involvement is in your life. That's what you're looking at. And you cannot tell me that open borders is what's in America's best interest, because it's not. It floods our healthcare. We can't even get healthcare. Why would I vote for a bunch of people that's undocumented to get free healthcare? We have the hospitals. They can go to a public hospital. Any hospital will treat them. They have to. But when it comes to insurance, I want to see our people insured. That's what I want to see. And I'm really tired of the race thing, white, black, and all that. I wish that one day we could just be Americans, but we're not there yet. But if you want to ask me, what has the Democratic Party done for us? I'm going to say they've just made promises that they've never fulfilled. And each year we're disappointed. And it was Obama that turned down reparations. He turned it down while he was president. And the Democrats had control of Congress at that time. So there was no reason that bill couldn't have gotten passed. Now, am I for reparations? I'm not saying I am. But what I am saying is that for the people, hold on. I didn't say that I wasn't for reparations. I didn't say that. You didn't even let me finish my point. You didn't even let me finish my point. I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you. I didn't get to finish my point though. Caller, I did not get to finish my point. You did.
We are going to crip walk right there. I like the way you do that right there.
Can I land? Can I land?
No, you can't land the plane. We stalled in this motherfucker. We stalled in midair. You can't land the plane. I'm hijacking the motherfucking plane. The fuck, it's been a double, triple cross in this motherfucker.
Let me land. Let me land. You got me. Antonio, what's good?
Fine. Go ahead. Damn.
I didn't say if I was for it or against it. I'm obviously going to be for it. But what I'm saying
obviously, how is obvious? Go ahead and finish. I'm sorry.
Let me land.
Land smoothly, too. I don't want it to be bumpy. You know what I mean? Because I'm riding shotgun. We doing a test drive. But go ahead.
The question was, what has the Democratic Party done for us? That was the question in the chat. And I'm going to say nothing that needed to be done except get our hopes up, only to let us crash. And the only reason I brought up, the only reason I brought up reparations is because that's something that comes up every election. But when it could have been passed, the president that could have made that happen failed to do so. And that was Barack Obama. Now I like it. Anything else? Now I put my jacket back on. Y'all, she had me ready to.
Yeah. There's something else.
She had me ready to snatch her through this phone. Uncle Claude, what's wrong with her?
But then when I pull up to Nicole, you know what I'm saying? She's gonna run off on the plug twice, and then she's just gonna have to circle back around the block because. Bitch, you throwing my motherfucking birthday party. The fuck you talking about?
So we have to make up. We have to make up. And I love my friend.
We need to do a boxing match. That's it. Do a boxing to match an independent motherfucking voter versus a conservative, and we get in the motherfucking ring. We go train. You know what I'm saying? Let's go train at the Planet Fitness. You know what I'm saying? Down, I'm throwing a gauntlet down. So we're going to go and train at the motherfucking LA Fitness, you know what I mean, in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, okay? And we're going to train with the best of the best. The best trainer out there, the best looking trainer out there. He actually is the inspiration for a new line called Nick Nails. You know what I'm saying? Nicole is getting ready to step her fingernail game up. Is getting ready to be on and popping. You know, she's going to be wearing all these suits and going to all these political conservative conventions. So she's totally got to look the part. You know, she's going to be on fleek. This is just going to be an overhaul on her image. And she's going to talk about political shit that she's been motherfucking talking. Like, I can't keep up with her. Y'all see she's embarrassing the fuck out of me. I'm stumbling over my words.
Oh,
I'm cursing. I'm frustrated. I'm pissed. I'm ready to twerk on camera and porn bomb her because I don't even want motherfuckers to hear how ignorant I am about politics. And that's where Nicole comes in. You know what I'm saying? She breaks it all the way down like a pound, and you don't have no motherfucking choice but to think deeper, think on a deeper level. There are layers to this whole thing. What is going on has people in a chokehold. I mean, I go to the grocery store, the motherfucking prices through the motherfucking roof, bitch. Bitch, I had to start a motherfucking farm. I literally pick pecans every day. They're my fucking crop. I sell gift baskets with the motherfucking pecans after, you know what I'm saying, I wash them. Throw out the ones that, are cracked or have any imperfections. Then I gotta, you know what I'm saying, put my two beautiful hands together and rub the two nuts together in my hand to crack the nuts. Like, this Christmas season, I literally became a fucking nutcracker, Nicole. The fuck? Like, I had nuts in each hand. I'm talking about hands full of nuts. Cup of nuts. Full cup of nuts. Bags full of nuts. Boxes full of nuts. Like, and they haven't been ordered from anywhere. A nigga been picking them up out of her backyard. Oh, excuse my language. I am so sorry.
No, you're good.
I said the N-word. I apologize.
You're good.
When we be having these conversations, it's like we just be on the back end like it ain't nothing. But I forget that other people hear us. So I apologize for using an egregious racial insult or slur, and it won't happen again.
You're okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this to you. You're good.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I wouldn't say so. The reason why I started doing these streams, because when Suda and I used to talk together, I really didn't talk about politics. I spoke mostly about sobriety type stuff, right? For those of you that's just meeting me. But I've always had an interest in politics. I wouldn't say that you're ignorant when it comes to politics. I just think that a lot of things that's said is regurgitated and misunderstood, right? Especially when it comes to the Republican Party. Now, I don't care if you guys are Republican or Democrat. Please don't call me if you're liberal. I don't want to speak to any liberals. But if you're Republican or Democrat, I don't care if you're liberal. I'm just joking. Then we should be able to still have a conversation because we still want the same things. We just have different ways to get there. Politics shouldn't divide us, but unless we're able to have these conversations, we really won't understand each other. I get called a Satan worshiper a lot because
I even called you that one time. I got mad at you then. I was like, bitch, you can't be doing no motherfucking drugs in the church. What the fuck is your problem, bitch? Like, Nicole, you were all the way out of there. Like, you were in orbit out of space in the fucking 12th dimension. Like,
we'll talk about it we'll talk about it. We'll go there. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when I speak to my home people. But I'm gonna say this. So
my bad. Oh my God, I spilled her motherfucking tea, and I'm supposed to be her best friend. Not only am I her best friend, I'm her motherfucking sister. No dogs are lost from the fucking guard dog. So hoes don't try it. I don't give a fuck if we never agree about conservative politics or independent or Democrat or Republican or MAGA or that Cheeto ass hoe, Cheeto hoe. Your your commander in chief. Because my president is black. And nigga, my Lambo will be blue. Woo! I'm not changing sides. Okay, go ahead.
They said the middle class is no. Hang on. Let me send you. I think that hang on. I think that number one, when people say your president, he's all of our president. So our president is doing what are you there? Did I hang up on you? Hello? I think I accidentally hung up on her. Hold on, you guys. I hung up on the caller. You guys, let me say this. Let me get it back on the line. I think that when people say your president, because obviously I love the president. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay. I don't know what happened to her, so let me land this. I feel that these conversations are necessary. I hardly ever do call-ins on when I'm talking politics, but I will if you guys want, because I have gotten so many comments, so many negative things, people saying that I'm not black. I'm Afro-Latino, but I'm still black. I'm a black woman. And a lot of things, well, all I do is speak the truth. I speak the truth about the Republican Party, you know why? And not just the Republican Party. I speak the truth about Democrats. Because a lot of the things that we hear on the news, all the propaganda, and all this other stuff is just not, it's hard to know what is true. So what I can tell you is this, regardless, caller, please don't call back. Regardless of what side of the coin you're on, you have to admit that things have been the same each election, election after election after election. Donald Trump has made the biggest political comeback in history, and he gets a lot of criticism. And yeah, it's not too often where I'll just speak this way, because normally I just play a clip and I'll let you guys hear it for yourself and you can hear what's being done. I mean, what other president has talked about Trump accounts where they're gonna starting next year, put $1,000 into any child that's under the age of 10, and you can't make more than $150,000 a year, and they're going to put $1,000 into those accounts for those accounts to get interest until the child is 18 years old. And I think that that's absolutely amazing. So those are the things that I'm talking about. Those are the things that I'm talking about. But do y'all have any other questions for me? Do y'all have questions for me? Not that question. Don't worry about what people say to you. You know, the hard thing about what people say to me, it does get hard. We already have college funds. Okay, but I'm talking about kids that are younger that don't have college funds. There's a lot of underprivileged kids that don't have college funds, Eric. And this could be, if we're talking about something that's generational wealth, then this is important. This is important because if that child continues to save even past the age of 18, they could have a nice chunk of change by the time they're like 25 or 35 years old. We definitely should have financial literature in the classrooms. Great. Your dog, Brandon, leave my dog alone. Hey, Kayla. It's good to see you. Thank God. Someone banned bro. You need a moderator bad. Ricky, I need a moderator. I do. What is your opinion on tariff effects on the U.S. market? I'm all for tariffs. What are you talking about? We were just kind of talking about Sooner, she used to go by Schooner, but Sooner had some questions about my political views. We haven't spoken in a long time. And so she was just asking me some questions about that. What age are we talking about? What are you trying to solve? So you think Trump is going to give anyone money? It actually didn't come from Donald Trump. It was donations from a couple. Trump shut down the education department. I think there's problems with the educational system. I'm not against that. I homeschooled my child before I put them in private school. Political parties are a distraction from God. We're God-fearing people, a lot of us. So tariffs did not cause the hyperinflation Dem said it would. No, it did not cause the hyperinflation. It did not. And I just think that these conversations are okay. It's healthy, and I could do them more often, and I can always do a call-in show. I actually had fun doing it. Don't you understand that he never follows up on his promises? Exactly. Trump doesn't give anything to the public. I disagree. What's good, damage? What is my opinion on DEI? I wish the caller was on the line for this one. My opinion on, it's funny, I just had cheesecake. My opinion on DEI is loaded. Is my name Nicole? My name is Nicole. Why do you ask? Yeah, my name is Nicole. That makes me nervous. Why do you ask? My opinion on DEI. Can I hop on real quick? Yes, there's a link. And you can. Yep. Hang on, you guys. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me drop that for you. I don't know what stream you're watching me from, so I put it in my horizontal stream. I don't know if you can see the link. Yeah, I'm on YouTube too. But are you watching me horizontally or are you watching me vertically? I can't tell, Kayla. Oh, I can tell you're on. Okay. I don't know how to drop a link where you are. So, do you know how to go to my community wall? I could put a link there if you know how to do it. Vertical, vertical, vertical. Okay. Let's not forget, Trump lowered the credit score. Respectfully, you don't sound passionate about what you're talking about, but I see your channel is scoring kudos. If you don't think that I'm passionate, then you haven't really watched a lot of my streams. I have to stay, Kayla, I'll get you a link. I just have to figure out how to drop it in the other chat. That's how you did it last time off the community wall. I'm only gonna let this person come up because I need to drop a link, but let me use a banner. Not really sure. Unmute your microphone for me. Hang on, Kayla, I got you. Oh God, I have to walk this person. Yeah. Yeah? Bored. Okay. Don't click the link if you don't have your sound together. Okay, let me drop a link for Kayla. Meanwhile, you don't have health care and Trump just raised your taxes. She can't see the link in the chat. And I tried to do that. I'm like, it's kind of complicated for me to drop a link. Because it takes me too much time to do it. Hold on, I'm gonna try. All right, give me a second. It's gonna go quiet for a second. But never mind. I'm sorry, Kayla. I can't drop a link. I don't know what's going on. Still here. You're good. Yeah, but you're on that stream. Can you? Okay, let me do this. Okay, you guys. I put it on my community wall. I will wait a few minutes to see. But so you got to go to my actual page, go to the post, and see if you can come up like that. I'll give you guys a few minutes, and y'all can close my show out like that. So hopefully, you guys, when Trump crippled Iran, that's just fact. Hi, Alessa. I see you guys. So when nice to meet you too, Alessa. Okay. Hey, I didn't even see Latina. Hey, Latina. Joe says salute to me for having a brain. Sorry, you guys. It's kind of hard because when you guys can't see my link, which I hardly drop for these streams, then okay, so it's posted on my community wall. You're in Italy? Oh, nice. Government spending. Okay, here comes Kayla. Let me use a banner. I'm not trying to get bombed. Here we go. Wait a second. Here we go. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I promise I'm not gonna bomb you.
Okay. Okay. Oh wait.
I'm not comfortable using the camera yet. I'll probably
okay.
work up to it.
That's okay. There you go. What's good?
Nothing much. How are you, girl? How you been?
I've been okay.
It's chilly where I'm at.
Is it?
Yeah, a little bit. But so I came in kind of late. I heard most of the talk about the president and stuff. I feel like that's been like the talk of the town lately is, again, I want to say that the big point is that they definitely want to keep us divided, man. Divide and conquer is how the game goes. And I feel like if throughout our differences we could all come together, we could really tackle more issues.
I agree. I do think that it keeps us divided. Republicans and Democrats, if you guys do some research on it, their brains kind of think different and what they sympathize with and whatever. But we do have the same goals as far as like our families and healthcare. I believe we have a lot of the same goals, just different ways to get there. I don't feel it should keep us divided because if you go to any congressional meeting, if there's a funeral, you're gonna see Republicans and Democrats sitting together at the same table. So it's kind of sad that as the American people, we use it to divide us and as subjects for debate. I don't have a problem debating, but I don't feel it should bring division.
Absolutely. I mean, we're a big country and we need to be more together to support each other, and I mean, I can't sit here and say that I agree with everything Donald Trump has said, like publicly, the way he carries himself, but I do believe that he is a better choice than like Kamala or Biden. I can't say I agree with Biden and Kamala anywhere near. I would agree with a lot of the things that Trump has, and I will say he has a very strong stand on like military and stuff like that, and that I definitely agree with. I support our troops, and you know he did speak about some things I was like but I think it's kind of the way he carries himself sometimes, and I think people definitely will like take that and run with it, like, but we're all human too. Not everybody's going to come across perfect, even if they're in a position such as like the presidency, and that is a high standard. But like that's why I asked your opinion on DEI, because that's a really hot topic, and that was something that I kind of got into myself for a little bit. So what is your opinion on DEI? I have to ask.
I understand the concept. I think that any program that was designed for Black people have not been used for Black people. A lot of people, like white women, I understand why they're getting rid of DEI. And I think it has its pros and cons. The biggest problem that I have is that I don't like the fact that when a Black person is in a high position, they wonder if it's a DEI hire, and I just feel like that's a coded word, right? And if we're using DEI, when people think of DEI, they really want to say other words, like the N word or something else. But it's not really
which is never valid.
You said it's invalid?
No, I said it's never valid for someone to use that word.
Yeah, I think that the word is being used in ways that it wasn't intended, but I don't like that some people feel that because of DEI, if they see a person of color, then they're not really qualified for the job. Without it, then I don't even feel it will still take away the doubt, but I see why some people want to get rid of it. I'm gonna say that.
Do you feel like it was specifically a race thing, or do you think it was kind of like just anyone with a specific indifference? Because that was kind of like a how should I say it, like a kind of a blanket thing, like when they came out with DEI, of course one of the biggest topics surrounding it was race, but people were saying it like touched on other things, like a transgender person, for example, and them just pulling this out of thin air could also, because we want this much diversity on our team, we're going to pick this person. Do you feel like that could have been a thing too?
Oh, yeah, let me address my chat. Don't ask me about my locks, okay? So I don't understand what that has to do with the conversation. So you can go somewhere else and ask me that. All right. I know what you're talking about. That kind of goes along of what I was saying about it being used for more than what just Black people, but people like to just associate DEI with Black people and not, the LGBTQIA community and the other communities that have been a part of the DEI, been a part of DEI. I just feel that the most qualified person should get the job. Now, we know that there's been reasons why, as Blacks, we haven't been able to get certain positions, and I'm not going to ignore that fact. I just think that DEI is really tainted at this point.
Yeah, I think it was kind of taken away from what it was originally meant to be, kind of thing. Like, I think that there are certain employers that, maybe target wanting to diversify, and I think that's not a bad thing. But I do believe that like someone, especially in certain positions, should get, based off of skill, not based of how they feel like things should look. And maybe that's kind of how it was tainted. I guess that's definitely true. I think equality is important. I think equality is something that, is like a foundation in our country, and it absolutely should not be thrown out the window in any scenario. I feel like, again, I feel like it kind of comes back to the way Trump kind of carries himself in certain situations. People might, and then, if someone's like biased, they're going to take that and run with it. If someone slips up and says something that's retarded or however, they're going to take that and run with it. Something, if it doesn't sound like, up to par with how we feel a president should carry themselves, I feel like sometimes that's it. But again, I can't say that I agree with everything Trump did too. Like,
Neither do I. Neither do I.
But I mean, I feel that he did more than Biden. Like, there was a dramatic change, like you said. Trump did do a lot of things that he said he was going to do, but there were things he said he was going to do that he didn't do. But also, it's what all can you tackle in a whole 4 to 8 year campaign? Because you kind of got to undo what certain presidents did. If that's your goal, you gotta you kind of get what I'm trying to say here. Like, if he does a bunch of stuff, for example, with healthcare, and then the next president comes in and that's their number one priority is healthcare, he may have to go back and try to tackle a bunch of things that Trump did. It's just, that's why that comes back to the whole conversation of we have to be together. We have to, focus on, not being so divided as a country. I feel like that would really tackle a lot more issues.
Okay. I don't disagree with you on a lot of stuff. You want to talk about healthcare? That's like with the Obamacare. There's a lot of problems with Obamacare. I'm definitely not for the so-called Affordable Care Act because a lot of people actually could not afford it and the premiums were extremely high.
I agree. Obama kind of he kind of screwed healthcare with that. That was not really and I mean I feel like there's the whole situation. Like, okay, Canada, they have free healthcare, but they have higher taxes. So it's like, which one are you going to trade for? Which one are you going for? Like, would you rather?
What people don't like to talk about is in these countries with the so-called free healthcare, there's extremely long waits. They can't just get everything done. It's not like here where you can just go, right? So a lot of people still get private healthcare because of the waits. Like, it's not perfect. And for me, with the United States, like I said, you can go to a hospital if you're sick. All right. A public hospital is not going to turn you away. They're not allowed to turn you away. But healthcare is not affordable for a lot of Americans, and it darn sure isn't more affordable with Obamacare. With Obamacare, who said Americans had to have health insurance. But again, I work in healthcare, and a lot of people could not afford it even still, and it was a burden. It just didn't work. Now, some of you, like the lady on the phone, I don't know what y'all saying in the chat. Some of you, okay, let me ask the chat. Do you guys agree with DEI? I think that there's pros and cons to everything. And that is a loaded question. But I definitely can understand why some people say get rid of DEI. I get it. But at the same time, if you are qualified for the job and you happen to be Black, and for somebody to think that you're not qualified, nobody wants to talk about that. That is racism, and it does stop certain people. So you have to have something in place to make sure that we don't go back to where we used to be. I understand that. Is this a pro-Trump page? No.
No.
I am not. I try to give nonpartisan news. I try my best.
I feel like everything is pretty balanced here, and I like you too, Crasher. Thank you. I appreciate that. Last time I was on here, I didn't really respond to the comments because I didn't really understand how to look around things. But something else Obama did too was the No Child Left Behind Act, and I can like that kind of goes back to my other point was like I feel like even in 8 years, there's so many things that, and it's like, so we see one president campaigning, right? Somebody campaigning for president. And, they have all these issues that they want to tackle. They can't get everything in because every single president is going to have a different set of issues to tackle, or they want to tackle those same issues, but they want to do it their way. So with the No Child Left Behind Act, And then
Wait, who was
COVID
it?
hit.
Did you say Obama?
Yeah.
Was that Obama?
If I'm misinformed, I
That's
am
what I'm saying.
definitely.
Let me double. I don't think that was Obama. The No
I was
Child
gonna say
Left Behind Act was by what president?
if I'm misinformed, I'm definitely okay with admitting
Yeah,
that.
I thought no, that was Bush. I'm like, wait a minute, that wasn't Obama. That was
Okay, that
before.
was Bush.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
my
was
bad.
Bush. That was
My
Bush.
bad. My
No, it's
bad.
okay. Okay, no. I was like, whoa, am I losing my mind? No worries.
Okay.
You got the act right. It's okay. No
That
worries.
that was definitely, but yeah. So that was definitely a because where I am, low poverty schools, they were pushing kids through grades. They don't know what they're doing. Someone very close to me is very behind in school, and they're just pushing to the next grade, and it's just. But I was speaking on that because I thought that was Obama. But somebody's right. Why are we speaking about Obama? President was 10 years ago.
Because
Um,
number one, you have to speak about. I don't like that when you're talking about history. The previous presidents do matter, especially with an election coming up. But no. We will talk about whatever president we need to talk about. I don't. We're not gonna play that kind of game.
that act was total bogus because it just. So what the schools are doing now is they're just they're prioritizing funding. They're not really going for the kids, and it sucks so bad, especially for kids that are like special needs, or maybe they have like dyslexia or anything like that. At least where I'm at, it's totally ridiculous. I'm watching someone very close to me struggle so hard in school, because they have some defects and disabilities, I guess you could say, and it's terrible to watch. And I feel like things like that need to be prioritized too. I feel like it's always abortion, transgenders, and DEI, things like that. But like where's the conversation about the kids? I always come back to that. Where's the conversation about this next generation? What are we doing to help build a better future? That I feel like that needs to be in question like constantly. What are we doing to build a better future? What are we doing to ensure that the next generation of presidents, governors, people sitting in Congress, senators, what are we doing to ensure that they have that priority in their front view? You know, um,
That's oh, God, here mind. That's those are good points. Um, I wasn't for the No Kid Left Behind Act. I wasn't for anything like that. But Crash this better future, get the president out of your life. And I don't mind you not looking at the chat because actually, if you're on a panel and you look at the chat, it can be a little distracting to understand what a person on the panel is trying to say. So
yeah.
that's okay. That's you.
And just to kind of touch one more thing on Crasher, because I agree with a lot of what you're saying, but how can we get the government out of our lives? How are we supposed to do that?
Okay.
Realistically.
Oh, I'll let you finish your question, then I'll answer.
Well, realistically, of course, I believe in privacy is power. I believe in like keeping our rights, our God-given rights, but the government has it to where they're pretty much controlling just about everything. Like I'm sure there's an FBI agent listening to our conversation. I mean, uh, it's just it is the way it is, and I'm not trying to get labeled as a conspiracy theorist. I mean, nor do I really care too much, but I do believe that like they're just their main goal is to control everything and to divide us so is that we don't focus our power because we do have power. Their goal is to take away that power to an extent, to make us feel and stay powerless, to limit us, and to keep us divided so that we don't go and rally against the true issues.
I'm here. I'm just listening to you. Give me 1 second. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Why am I lying? What am I lying about? AJ. I said if I'm misinformed, then that's okay. We debunked it. We debunked that Obama wasn't to blame for the No Child Left Behind Act. We said that it was Bush. I said it was bogus. I am not a, what's the word? I'm not a scholar. You know, I don't know everything. I like to debate, you know. And
Okay,
like I said,
I have Sooner on the. She had to call in.
okay.
I had to make sure that was her. Okay. Okay, you guys. Again, I normally don't do. I am really glad to hear some of y'all talking points. So when I tailor my live streams, because y'all know I'm gonna do another one for y'all tomorrow, I'll keep these things in mind, and maybe at the end I could do a call in, or if you guys want me to drop a link, I'll drop a link. As long as you guys support the stream, I'm good. You weren't listening. Damage, I was listening, but the dog went crazy. Y'all don't like my dog, so I had to get my dog out of here.
What's wrong with the dog? What happened with the dog?
Barking is distracting, they said. So.
But why didn't you elaborate on George Bush issues? All I heard was Obama was just what was the topic at the time. I'm not saying Bush was a perfect president either. I'm not necessarily biased against Obama, Mr. AJ. It was just simply the topic at the time. I'm sorry you feel that way. I wasn't.
Hey, Sooner, I see you on the line.
Yeah, Bush was awful. Bush was not a good president. I mean, yeah. Again, Bush pushed the No Child Left Behind Act, and I said I don't agree with it. I said that act was bogus. So therefore, I mean, yes, I'm talking about a Bush issue when I'm talking about that. Sir, gaslighting means that I'm saying something that wasn't there.
Don't worry about the chat. It's good. What's good, Sooner? You'll be arguing with the chat all day. I just.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah, don't worry about them. Sooner, are you there? Oh, wait, let me turn her up. There she is. Sooner? Okay.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, there she is.
Okay, now we're clear. I apologize. There was a delay in my audio. Go ahead, my darling. And I was really loving the other callers' points. I want them to continue to elaborate because it's opening up a lot of closed doors for me in regards to my level of understanding. So, like I said, y'all are breaking it down like a pound over here. So please expound, continue.
What's her name? Sooner?
Yeah, to the person that's backstage, you're gonna have to type in my chat before I let you up so I can make sure that you have a real channel. Other than that, I don't just let random people up on my stream now.
But I think that we should definitely make that clear is that this is all just for, you know, kind of a meeting to just expand each other's knowledge and to kind of just politic, you know, pun intended, haha. You know,
so for the chat, okay, so just because I'm getting y'all messages in the clouds. Some of you are saying it's unfortunate that this is a pro-Trump channel. I don't consider myself a pro-Trump channel. If you want to say that I'm a conservative, I am a conservative. No need to guess. No need to ask questions about it. If you look at any of my videos, you'll see that I'm obviously a conservative thinker. With that being said, I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're independent. I feel that we all want the same things. And I allow you guys to rock out in the chat because you're entitled to your opinions. There's things that Bush said that I'm not about to get into that I don't like. I don't like a lot of things. But if you want to talk to me about wealth, if you want to talk to me about protecting our borders, traditional values, less government involvement in our lives. I didn't say no government involvement in our life because I can't say that. Obviously, we'll have the government if we're dealing with the government, right? But I'm a capitalist, not a socialist, and that's just where it is. No country that was a socialist have been successful, in my opinion.
I agree. I definitely agree.
All I see on your channel is Trump's pictures. Okay. But I have a few with Michelle and I also have Harris. So you have to dig deeper.
I feel like everybody just looks at the surface. We have to dig deep. I found this channel just kind of scrolling through lives, and I just joined the conversation. You know what I mean? But my first impression was not a pro-Trump channel. I saw that you just like to, kind of break down ideas. The last time we were talking about Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens and Erica Kirk. So definitely not pro-Trump.
Thank you.
I wouldn't put myself as a conservative. I wouldn't put myself as really anything. I'm a God-fearing woman who likes to break down ideas, and I like to talk about, current events, and I feel that we can gain knowledge from civilly discussing each other's opinions on things. And then, with that can come facts, and we explore those and, possibly gain a friendship, through something like that. So I feel that that's the basis of life. Let's talk about it instead of whatever alternative. Let's talk about it.
I agree. Sooner.
Hello?
Uh-huh.
Oh, girl, sorry. I got enthralled or whatever. I totally was in blah blah. I'm looking at this, Fort Lauderdale, LA Fitness New Year's sale. The trainer guy, Nick, he is cut from the top of his head to the soles of his feet. Like, these muscles are serious. He's the number one trainer, you know what I'm saying, in Fort Lauderdale. And I'm looking forward to having a real good birthday. We're going to start it out, by having a wonderfully healthy breakfast. We're not doing any salts, no sugars, lots of fresh juices, lots of water. We're also doing a water challenge, you know what I'm saying? I forgot to tell you that. Did I tell you that? We're doing a water challenge?
I'm down. We'll do a water challenge.
Absolutely, because, everything falls in the chronological order with what is going to be going into our, boxing match over our political views. So first we've got to, rejuvenate our bodies, rejuvenate our minds, rejuvenate our nutrition system, to build up all of those vitamins and nutrients and antioxidants and, the energy infusions from the sun, and, all of those good things so that we can be in tip-top shape, because we're going to be working out on camera at LA Fitness at the crack of freaking dawn. That way, after that, we can, have a blast. We're going to go, have some fun in the sun, maybe even an indoor water park or something adventurous, family style, family style. We're going to be doing all of that, because isn't that what you all's core value system is in regards to wholesome family imagery, or is it real? You tell me, because I see a lot of shaking. And I'm not with it, Nicole. So go on and convince me, because you're so good at that. So I want you to do that for me now, please. Okay, it's a happy Kwanzaa gift to me. Okay, did you know that yesterday was a Mulcher? Do you know what today is with Kwanzaa? Do you celebrate Kwanzaa? I mean, like, let's get into it. You know, your black side. Tell me about it, honey.
No, I for those that celebrate, happy Kwanzaa. Thank you, Viral. I hope. Back to your original question. Yes, I believe in talking to. What?
What?
Kayla, help me. Yes, I believe in taking care of myself. Repo- Girl, you took me. You took me. I can't crash her. What? I don't know. She kind of
I
threw me from
finally
the.
have her tongue tied.
Dr. Manhattan, we just. Yeah, you
Girl,
have.
I done tripped you up like them folks tripped up that waiter at that restaurant on TMC. Girl, that was so fucking funny. Jackie, did you see that?
No.
Girl, it was a mess. It was this Magda Karen. She had on a Magda.
You can't say that she's MAGA just because she tripped somebody up.
She didn't trip somebody up. Somebody tripped her up. That's the gag, girl.
Wait, what are we talking about? I'm
I
sorry.
don't know. I got lost. I don't know.
Oh, well, no, y'all go ahead. I'll save mine for later. You feel me? Like,
No, you're good. Look, I love your energy, sweetie. I have terrible ADHD, and I got kind of like, I was like, wait a minute.
You feel me? Like, I got carried away. Listen, okay, this is my disclaimer, and I'm only gonna say this. I'm only gonna say this once, okay? Woo! You know, after the midnight hour, things get kind of spooky around these parts. So, you know, I might just jump out there with something that's somewhat linked to the conversation, but I might just space out. Like, me and Nicole had traded places. She used to be like really spaced out, you know, on her live and stuff like that. Now it's my motherfucking turn. Because the tables have turned.
She just put my
in a
business.
positive way, but we're just like.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm not laughing at you, baby. Some AJ in the comments just asked if I'm a black woman. Now wait, I gotta ask. Does everyone here think that I'm black?
I haven't even thought about it, honestly.
Yeah. Some people have said that I have an accent, perhaps, but okay. Wait, should I do a face reveal?
Lord. Okay, as long as you clothed. You're white.
Yes, I am, and I'm very clothed.
Kayla, you're so pretty.
Oh my gosh, thank you, baby. I'm actually quite insecure, but God is
y'all that thought Kayla was black.
God is helping me get through it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the confidence up. But hello. How y'all doing? What you call stop it. See, man. See, I knew I shouldn't do that because now they're about to.
She's pretty. I don't listen because Kayla and I have spoken. I let her up. I don't usually let people up on my streams. That's why I see y'all backstage. Y'all can't come. I don't know you. But Kayla, she's been here before. I never once thought if she was white or black. I was actually pleasantly surprised to talk to her. I love her talking points. She don't have to agree with me, just like Sooner. She don't agree with me, but I like her as a person. She cammed up and shocked me right now. But
I think that
y'all thought she was black.
I think that goes back to the whole DEI thing, though. Is I think that race, religion, ethnicity, none of those things reflect intelligence, skill, talent, any of that. Right, no difference. It does not make a difference in color. I just thought it was funny that AJ had asked if I was black, and I thought it was a kind of a chance to be like, hi, you know. I personally feel like, again, I knew a gentleman who had put it really, really crazy to me one time. He's like, they put a label. You did expose me, AJ. they put a label on us as far as like the colors of crayons because they want you to feel limited. They want you to have a box to check when you fill out an application and all these things. Now, I'm not saying that people shouldn't be proud of where they come from, what they believe. But I think that there's always going to be these little things that they slip in to try and make us feel so very powerless. True power, I 100% believe comes from, an intimate relationship with Christ and standing firm on that, knowing that you're made in his image, no matter where you come from, no matter your political view. And, I will continue to say it till, my last breath, that I feel as a country, as a whole world, I feel that we should come together, to help one another, regardless of politics. Someone asked earlier, I don't pick a side, yawn. I won't put myself in a specific political party because my views are so wide. That's why I always say, ask me anything.
I really appreciate that. Number one, I never considered your race. I didn't care. I didn't care. Y'all want to know what I mostly care about when you guys hit my panel? I really care about how you identify with your political party, just because that kind of helps me with our understanding of each other. Other than that, that's all I think about. But I think about that with relationships. I think about that with friendships. There was a time I didn't do bipartisan relationships or anything like that because I felt like it would be too different. But because I met so many people from conversations like these, I had to expand my views. And that's why I enjoy these kind of conversations. Like I'm not going to stop being friends with Sooner or Kayla or anybody like that. So I had to change my views. And that's just how it is. And I think that when you're around different types of people, even if it's race, you learn to be more accepting. It's so easy to just get along with somebody that's like you, right? All of my friends where I live are strictly Republican. I don't have any friends that are Democrat or liberal, and it makes it really easy to be friends with them. But this is cool. This is cool.
I have friends from all over, and I think that it's so good. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing because I do believe in like having equally yoked people around you. That's a biblical thing. But I feel like having friends from all over give you a chance to challenge ideas. Because if you put yourself in a box, you're never going to really be able to see outside of that. And I love having friendly debates, because who likes to be angry? Who likes to be in negativity? And I feel like the world needs more of that. The world needs more openness. And I feel like, no, I'm not saying, be too friendly and, like put yourself in danger. But I think everything revolves around balance is the point I'm trying to make. Everything revolves around balance. And I guess if I were to identify with a political party, I would say I lean more on the side of conservative. I am pro-life. I am very firm on, like the Second Amendment and stuff like that. So, yeah.
I love it. Ian, I see you. I love it, and I'm actually happy that I did a different type of stream right now to where I can hear from you, hear from Sooner, who I just adore, even though she gives me a run for my money a lot. But I really do, because I don't want to ever be offensive with my commentary, you guys. If you ask me direct questions like you asked me about DEI, what do I think about DEI? I'm not a DEI type person. Lord, oh, you came on camera. Okay. Guys.
Yeah, I wanted to wait because I know that you was having a conversation. You hadn't done it in a while. I just felt it was the right to do that. So And also, I wanted to also let you know the thing about the Trump Obama, the difference between the basketball court and the ballroom is the Obama basketball court was funded by mainly private sector money, and the Trump ballroom was taxpayer money.
Okay.
So there is a difference.
I can agree that I would say that there's both of them. There's things I agreed with, like actions, laws passed, things like that, and there's things I didn't agree with. And I will say that, like, you know, when it comes from taxpayer money, it does sting a little bit more for sure.
Oh, excuse me, I'm battling a slight cold.
It's something going around. Something going around.
So I'm not a fan of
honey and
Obama. I'm
lemon.
not gonna hold you guys with that one. I'm not a fan. I am happy that my parents were happy with that. I feel that he disappointed a lot of people, and hope that I didn't lose any friends when I said that. But
well, we've had discussions about President Obama. I'm not a fan either. I thought he let a lot of people down. I think, and let's face it, a lot of the reason that Obama was elected, we never thought that we would see a black president in our lifetime, and he happened to run.
Whatever you want to say.
But I mean, that's just my opinion. I can't speak for anybody else. And listen, all of these presidents are flawed. They're human, and as humans, we're all flawed. So,
right.
I'm not going to put one over the other.
Are you saying that you kind of feel like Obama kind of was able to kind of skip some hurdles because he was black? You feel like people kind of like gave him that up and up to get in the White House because he was black, and people wanted to see a black man in the White House?
I do think that we thought we would never see that in our lifetime. I'll just say that.
I feel like a lot of people were rooting. No, I'm my bad. If I ever come in a thing where I kind of like cut people off, I really don't mean to. I don't ever want to come off as like rude.
No, fine.
I feel like a lot of people were, and not everybody's going to agree with this, but I mean, that's what we're here for. I feel like a lot of people were trying to get Hillary in the White House simply just because she was a woman and we wanted to see a woman in the White House. But, you know, I looked at a lot of things she said. I was like, absolutely not. This is ridiculous. No, you know, woman or not, you know, I think, and it comes back to the whole DEI thing. I think that, you know, race, ethnicity, gender, identity, and anything does not reflect skill, intelligence, or ability at all. And I think that I do agree in the sense that Obama, a lot of people just wanted to see, you know, see that what's the word, that hurdle, you know, that accomplishment, which I think that, you know, there are a lot of people that are black that have the ability to be a good president. I don't think Obama was one of them. The same thing, I think there's a lot of women out there that probably have the amazing potential to be a good president. I just don't think Hillary Clinton was one of them. And I don't think we should ever go based off of those things.
Y'all gonna be mad at me, but
I do think Obama had. Listen, Obama was top of his class. We could never say that about Trump. Let's be fair.
Hang on. The person backstage. Hang on. The person backstage. You have to type in my chat so I can see where you're from. Or can you show me yourself on camera? I see the top of your head, but I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't let people up that I don't know. I'm so sorry.
She does not want to get bombed. I completely understand that.
Nothing personal. It's just I see the top of your head, but you look like somebody that's gonna bomb me. Let me go ahead and put you back in the chat. You gotta type in my chat so I can look at your channel. That's just how it is. I think I just lost sooner again. So
by the way, nice to meet you, Claude. I apologize.
And nice to meet you as well.
Oh my god. I usually don't do leash people I don't know because I can get bombed, and I'll be darned. I've been live for like an hour and 40 minutes, and it'll ruin my stream. It's nothing personal. I don't mean to be offensive. Go ahead.
No,
What's
I was
wrong,
pretty much.
Eric? Not the right shade of black. Dr. Manhattan said to go. Okay. So you guys, anybody's welcome to join the conversation. The link is pretty much open. I really have an open stream, but you gotta have your microphones and you can call in. I can give you a call-in number. But as far as coming on the panel and I don't know you, you're back. Why are you interrupting my show by coming back? Oh, you are a person. Okay, I'm gonna bring you up, but I'm gonna use my banner. It is nothing personal, Adrian. It's nothing personal. You did call my bluff by coming back on camera.
They're
All
going
right,
crazy in the chat right
I
now.
got you. Hey guys, I just see this person backstage. And
To be honest, I'm not looking at the chat, but
okay, I'm gonna bring you up.
I need to stop. If you were telling me I should look at the chat because I'm gonna just be going back and forth all night. But
yeah.
All right, you guys, let me speak to this person so I can take my banner down. Hi, backstage. Hello? Hello? No, I'm gonna trust my instinct. I'm gonna put you back in the chat, even though you can't. No. Nice picture though. Nice person backstage. You were decent, but I gotta trust my instincts. Just type in the chat so I can look at your channel and see what you got going on. There it is. Go ahead, you guys.
Ladies first.
I don't think that Obama would put in office just because he was black. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I think that, like, for example, a lot of my opinions are not popular opinions, and that's totally fine because, like I said, everything here is civil. It's all respect. It's all love. But I feel like sometimes we do have puppets that decide that they're going to go into these campaigns and they're going to say what everyone wants to hear. I'm for the gays. I'm for the blacks. I'm going to lower taxes. I'm going to lower unemployment, things like that. Big blanket statements that everyone wants to hear. And then they get in office. None of that happens. You could say that you're for all these people, Tom, Dick, and Harry, Sarah, Jada, and so, but what did you do for them? Did you just say that because you want all these votes, because you want the support of these minorities, or are you going to make a difference? You're going to make a change. Not to say that I feel like Donald Trump, turned the world into a nice, lovely shade of blue, but I do feel that like Hillary and Obama kind of followed that trend in a sense.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like either party. I've always said that. To me, it's not about Democrat or Republican. It's about right and wrong,
Right.
and it's about what's best for America. Listen. I wasn't a Biden fan either. So, I'm more of an independent thinker, to be quite honest. I never forgot how Biden sided with the Clintons and the first of all the 3-strike policy. Oh my goodness, now it's escaping me. What is that? The Predator statement. I know I'm messing up the statement right now.
I don't believe I'm educated on that one. And I was saying earlier, I don't mind admitting that I'm not educated on everything. So
no, but I remember it was Biden and Clinton. They were talking about the super predator. That's what it was. They referred to blacks as super predators in the early 90s. People, they have revisionist history when it comes to that. I never forgot that. So
that's something that doesn't sound like it would be very easy to forget. And that's a very very provocative statement. That's something that it sounds like it's meant to bother somebody, and it sounds very specific. And like I was saying earlier, there is a standard that a presidential campaigner should be held to, and that's completely unacceptable. And then but I mean, there's things that Trump has said too that's
Oh,
completely
please, yes, of
unacceptable.
course. He's Trump. I've never been a fan of his, and this goes back. I'm from New York, where Trump is from. I remember the late '80s. If you go back to they used to be. They're the Innocent Five. They're no longer the Central Park Five. He pulled out an ad many moons ago, calling for the death penalty for these young men who were later to be found innocent of
Okay,
what they.
but we're talking about Trump today, and I'm really shocked by your views because
No,
we
I
have
was giving you my history on him, but go
a
ahead.
while ago, and you just said that Donald Trump is doing an amazing job with a lot of things, especially his
No,
war on
he has.
and his
Well-
drug and his war. And there's no president back in that time that does not have ties to something that's controversial. So I just find it really interesting that you went there. But go ahead, I'll let you speak.
No, I was talking about my history with as far as that's as far back as I go with President Trump. That's all I was
Right.
stating. I wasn't talking about right now. There are certain things that he's done that I've agreed with, and there's just certain things that he's done where I haven't agreed with, just like every other president. It's
I
just
think it's
the
really
thing is the
unfair.
Donald Trump name gives shock value. There's no
I
in
just
between
think
with
it's
him.
really unfair that
It's the truth.
with everything else that Donald Trump is going through, that you would come back
He's
to
going
that.
through what he's
What I
going through.
find very interesting is nobody talks about the racist history of Biden. Nobody talks about how he didn't want his
Did.
kids
I
to
literally
be
just
on
did.
the bus with black kids or to be schooled with black kids. And I just feel that when it comes to a Republican, we want to harp on this racist rhetoric. And no, was it right with the Central Park Five? Absolutely not. That was horrible. But what I can say is that in 2025, next election coming in 2028, that Donald Trump has done a lot for this country. We don't even talk about how he's lowering the cost of prescription drugs, how he's protecting the border, giving education back to the state. There's a lot of things that he's doing, and look at it. It was something as simple as we don't have to use all these darn pronouns. I don't have to call you they or them, which my generation doesn't understand. Stuff like that. Just making things simple again. I don't want to call you a they. I don't want to ask you your pronouns. And HR had to learn all these pronouns. So can we just talk about simple stuff like that?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
I definitely agree that the whole pronouns things was ridiculous, and I think Biden, if I'm not mistaken, was one of those campaigners. Well, of course, he was in the White House for a moment. He was one of those that he jumped on the train of I support transgenders and Transgender Day, and goes back to what I was talking about. Like, when are we thinking about the kids? This is crazy. This is ridiculous. We're talking about a president that's talking about giving taxpayer money to gender affirming drugs. Like, that's crazy. I mean, it's bonkers. Like, the thought of it made my head hurt, and if we're talking about generations, like I'm not gonna dox myself, but I'm on the younger side. And I was still like, absolutely not. This is crazy. And people get upset when you don't have this specific pronoun, and again, it's all love. You do you. I stand with biblical values, but I won't sit here and spread hate. But you can't get mad at me because I'm not going to follow that. So yes, I did appreciate that Trump said there are only two genders and we do not have to follow this whole nonsense of, they, them, it, Caesar. I mean, they have 1,000 of them. So, I mean, yeah, bringing it back to simpler times, I did appreciate that. I appreciate, the protection of the borders, because drug smuggling is a very big problem in this country.
Mhm.
And whatever we can do to, because again, that's a topic that's close to me. Fentanyl deaths are going up every single month, every single week, every single day. They're making strands of fentanyl that are, Narcan resistant. So anything we could do to safen these borders, and it's not just drugs, it's sex trafficking, human trafficking, any sort of illegal guns, any sort of illegal contraband that's just not meant to be here. Not saying we don't have inside issues, but I definitely agree with, border safety, and but and then the whole situation with them trying to throw the felony tax evasion at him. I do feel like, in a sense, that they see Republican and they think racist. But I think that was a thing before Trump, as they hear the word Republican or conservative and they think racist. And I don't think that's fair either.
I don't either, and I feel that when you're using, it's not even that I feel this, I know this, when they want to say, like I said, I keep getting called Hitler, I get called Satan worshiper, all these things, and I'm just playing the news. But it dehumanizes people and Republicans. So with something like what happened with Charlie Kirk, or the CEO healthcare worker gets unalive, people think no big deal. They were doing it for the American people, and that's because the first thing before this happened, if you want to make it racial, with blacks, they called blacks everything besides humans. So when things happened, then no one would care because you don't look at that person as human. That's the power in words and the tongue. So Republicans are people. We have the right to speak, and let me say this. Oh, I see your comment in the chat. I see you in the clouds, but I got too many streams going right now to acknowledge you, but I see you. Camel Harris, I just call her Harris, so I don't butcher her name. She supported gender affirming care for incarcerated people, right? So that means you go to prison, and if you are a man that feel like you should be a woman, they wanted to use our tax dollars to pay for these surgeries. Now, she tried to hide it. She tried to hide it during her campaign, but that 16-minute interview, they nailed her on it. And she had to say, you know what? She goes, I support whatever the law says. No, she supported that. I'm like, so we're supposed to pay for that, and we're still trying to get healthcare. Why should I pay because you feel like you should be a woman, and vice versa? A woman may feel like she wants to be a man. I don't feel that that's something that we should pay for, but just the fact that she wanted us to carry this load, I don't see how she thought she was going to win this campaign. The American people was not ready for anything like that. They didn't want anything like that, and they weren't going to pay for that.
Now, let me go back to what you had said earlier. I clearly had talked about Biden siding with Clinton, calling people super predators. So no, I did not skirt that. So let's be careful and let's be fair here. If anything, I have just looked at the pros and cons of each person that we've talked about, whether it be Obama, whether it be Joe Biden, and let's not leave out the fact that Joe Biden was a clown trying to say, if you don't vote for Joe Biden, you ain't black. But that's another chapter in another book as well. And I also brought out my pros and cons about President Trump. Again, it's about right and wrong.
Right.
I have agreed with Trump when it comes to the border. I've agreed with him, especially with, I think, what he's done as far as the stopping the drugs, the flow of drugs coming here. I think he's done a better job than the last two presidents. I have to be fair. Now, again, he will never live down January 6th. Will never live it down.
Oh Lord. Okay, so
he won't. We've been through that before. He will never live through that. He will never. See, now you're cutting me off. I did not finish. Hold on.
Let me get him together real quick.
It's not getting me together. It's a fact. So
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
put it together because number one, you cannot blame Donald Trump for what other people did.
Oh,
He's
he
not
he
insurrectionist.
incited a
He was
riot
found not
January
guilty. He was
6th. He
found not
incited.
guilty. And the only
He helped
reason
incite
that
that.
people
He
came for
he
him is
absolutely
because they wanted him
deserves
to
blame
lose
for
the
that.
election. And all of these things was just to cause him to lose the election and rig the election. Let me tell you something. Donald Trump, because of what happened, okay, yeah, they came after. Well, because of what happened, yes, you had people. Not all those people were Republicans. Some of them were rhinos. They pretended to be Republicans, and they did that on Capitol Hill. But I'm so tired of people tying Donald Trump into that. Now, it was a horrible day for America. I felt the pain. I didn't like it. Yes, I wish Donald Trump would have stepped in sooner and said something. But the fact that you're bringing it up in 2025, I don't understand. Claude, don't even try to ignore me.
You're muted. You muted yourself on
I'm not
accident.
ignoring you. I'm just looking up something real fast. But go ahead.
I just don't like it. I don't like
Oh.
where that went. I don't like
I-
where that went. I really don't understand why he even brought it up right now when that was not even a topic. But listen, I do not like
I'm
the
not.
fact that January 6th as a woman, as somebody who stands for the Constitution. I don't like it. And like I said, I don't like everything that Donald Trump has done. I'm not here to preach to you guys about Donald Trump. I didn't like it. I felt like it was a bad day for America. It made our country look weak to other countries, and other countries were laughing at us. And it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened.
I think it definitely could have gotten worse too. I do think that, and I don't necessarily think that we could blame Donald Trump for it either, because he didn't go and tell them to storm Capitol Hill. But at the same time, he could have probably done more to be proactive about it. I definitely do feel that way. But I can't directly say that he did it. But he did pardon them. I saw a comment about that too. He did pardon them, and I'm not sure if I think that was a good look for him. I don't think he should have pardoned all of them. I think they should definitely have been reprimanded in some way for that. Do I think that they,
I agree.
Just like he tried to pardon, other people. And I was like, I think Donald Trump just does things that's not always a great look for him. But AJ's kind of wilding in the comments. No, I'm not a goth. And no, I do not praise Donald Trump. I think the whole flatline statement between all three of us is that it's about right and wrong. Not everything in this situation or in politics, period, is simply black and white. I think that's why we're kind of going back and forth with things, talking about it, because it's not that black and white. And
I agree.
I go back to my original statement. I continue to say it. I feel that a lot of these things are simply made to divide us. I think that all of these political parties are made to divide us, and to put a cap on our limitations and abilities as human beings to grow, with each other. I really do.
One thing about you that's really refreshing is that you are young. That's one of the things that I did like about Charlie Kirk, even though, and y'all can understand, please know that I do not agree with a lot of the extreme views of people. But I do like young people involved in politics, or even just thinking, because you guys are the future of this country, whether you vote or not. Even if you don't vote, you still send a clear message, right? And I love the fact that you even ask these questions and that you're willing to think outside the box. I'm seeing that with a lot of younger people, is that they're willing to look at how things could be instead of what's been done already. Like, I feel like my generation, like I said, we tend to vote how our parents voted. And I disagree with that, because nothing's changed. They're still hoping for all these promises and all these dreams that's never going to happen under the Democratic Party. Let's be for real. And I just think that some people are waking up to saying, hey, I want something else.
Absolutely. I mean, because I feel like instead of us just continuing to, now I'm not saying that things that have already happened, we shouldn't look at it. I think we should look at it and say, how can we learn from it? Instead of us continuing to kind of go back and forth while conversation is too ignorant Not correct. Too stupid. Rude.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, by the way, when I highlight comments, I don't read them first. So when I highlighted that comment with you being black, I just pick comments and there's no curse words that I see right away. I just put them up there. So I didn't know he was calling me dumb.
Yeah, but I see that specific person was saying that I was not facts, just spitting rhetoric stuff, and I do my research, and I do try to have data to back up my statements. So how about you, Claude? How are you feeling?
About what thing? About the country in general? About the direction that this country is going? Or
Do you
what I
do
will?
you do you
I'm sorry,
guys
Dan.
agree when I say no? You're good. Do you guys agree when I say unity is the answer?
Yes.
It is. The country does need to be more unified. There's no question about that. And one thing that I do believe that we all agree upon is, listen, I was not the biggest Charlie Kirk fan in the world. He did not deserve to be unalive for his beliefs. I think that was deplorable. The fact that we can't, the fact that now we have to be afraid of getting shot because we speak how we believe a certain way, that is not what America is supposed to be all about. And that's scary. That is absolutely scary. And the one thing that I don't like either is the criticism that his wife is getting. I actually have a newfound respect for Erica Kirk.
But go ahead.
I have an absolute newfound respect for that woman. I mean, she's in a damned if she does, damned if she doesn't situation. If she shows strength, it's held against her. Oh, she's not grieving enough. She's not this, she's not that. If she had paused Turning Point in any way, shape, or form, oh, you're not carrying on his legacy. He started Turning Point and look, I mean, she has shown strength and resilience throughout this entire thing to me, whether you agree with everything that she says or not. And I think she's handled herself quite well, to be quite honest with you. And to see a lot of hate that's being directed her way, I think it's terrible.
I think that I agree with your original point. Regardless of any sort of political view, no one deserves to be publicly assassinated in front of their wife and children. And I think that regardless of what Erica Kirk could or could not have done, I think that people would still have found a way to backlash. Like right now in these comments, there's a lot of mixed stuff. I feel like people are just always going to have something to say, whether it's negative or positive. And I think that what happened to her and her children were so traumatic, and I don't think anyone has any sort of place to tell that woman how to mourn.
I agree.
So Kev Dog, Erica Kirk moved on quickly. Moved on quickly how? Everybody agrees differently. What is she supposed to do? She didn't ask for it to happen. That was the most horrible thing that could have happened to anybody. I couldn't even imagine that. I do feel that when things like that happen, her husband was the CEO of TPUSA. So what better way to honor his legacy than to fill those shoes, right? And she has a lot of support. She has the whole Charlie Kirk's funeral. I mean, Trump had his whole cabinet there. It was insane. And they only made him a martyr. I don't feel that you can't tell her how to grieve, and she's moved on. How? It's not like she's getting remarried. She's doing speaking engagements, but she has Candace Owens being a hound dog, criticizing every move that she makes. What is she supposed to do?
They did have a conversation though, and Candace did kind of lower her tone a little bit from what I saw. I still truly believe that Candace is just a good friend who really wants to fight for the truth about what happened to Charlie. Because there was a lot of fishiness around it. There's still a lot of facts that just don't add up. with the shooter and stuff, I'm not saying he did or didn't shoot him. I'm saying that there were things that just were very suspicious. And I would want a friend that would go as hard as Candace if I got murdered and there were fishy details about it. I will say that.
Yeah, it's I just don't like how Candace is really coming at her, talking about, oh, he likes Catholicism and all of that. I just don't like that, and I'm just like, just I just have my feelings, but I think Candace is doing a lot. She made a big deal. She wants Erica to talk about where Charlie was buried. I wouldn't do that with all the hate that she's getting. They'll really, who knows what they'll do to his gravesite. There's no way I would do it.
I mean, I think that I definitely wouldn't disclose the information about my husband's whereabouts, especially him being a figure like he was. I'm sure there's many people out there that would want to desecrate his grave. There were many memorials of his that were actually desecrated. That was all over Facebook and YouTube, which is not okay. It's inexcusable. It doesn't matter who you are, what political standpoints you have. You don't get to go and desecrate dead people's grave. I firmly believe that you should respect the dead. I don't believe, again, he should have been publicly assassinated, but I feel that Candace Owens has always been a bit of an extremist. Not to say that everything she says was wrong or right, but I do think that she goes pretty hard, and I do think that Turning Point kind of, what's the word? Turning Point kind of turned their back on Candace. They started kind of throwing a little bit of shade toward Candace, and she fired back, they fired back, things like that. And I think Candace was a little bit upset that for a minute Erica wasn't addressing it. She wasn't addressing her directly, and I do feel that was a bit problematic as well. Like, kind of calling out Erica directly. And then she's wanting Erica to clap back at her directly. And I think that maybe that's a whole sense of, we can't tell Candace how to grieve either. That was her friend. And, she may be having all these thoughts too, we don't know, and we can't tell people how to react when their friends or family passes away. But it's all going to be in the public eye, so everyone's going to have an opinion on it, So that
she can make that choice to make it public. You're absolutely right. That's a really good point.
And I don't know if I would make my grieving public. That goes back to Erica. I don't know if I would, if I'm trying to stay strong for and I'm not saying this is what she's doing because I'm not in Erica's head. I don't know who she is, on the inside. I don't know her heart posture and stuff like that. But if I'm grieving my husband and I have a company to uphold, I have a legacy to uphold, and I have children to continue to raise and try and support, after their father just died, I don't know if I would make all of their things, I don't know if I would make all of those feelings super, super public. And I don't know if that was the best choice on Candace's part either,
I agree.
We don't know what she's going through behind closed doors. She might cry herself to sleep every night. We have no idea what this woman is going through. We have no idea how she dealing with this internally with her children. We have absolutely no idea how she is truly grieving. She has to put out a public persona when she's in the public eye, and she has to do things totally differently when she's with her family and her loved ones. We have no idea what she's going through. I think she handles herself quite well, to be quite honest.
You guys are saying Erica Kirk. A lot of people don't like Erica. Do you guys not like what she looks like? Because she's a beautiful woman, and I'm not understanding, but
look at how she looks. It's about her. She just lost her husband in the most public way possible, in the most inhumane way possible. Some people just don't have any compassion. Period. Some people just are looking for a reason to not like somebody. I mean, what has Erica Kirk really done to anybody, for crying out loud? Come on.
Nothing. Just AJ. No, you stop it. She's not doing anything. What did Erica do to any of you? Why do I need to stop, AJ?
But so that's the whole point, dude, is we don't know deep down who Erica is. Just because we see anything in the public eye does not mean that reflects somebody's heart, who they are truly on the inside. There are many people who claim to be good people. They claim to be, generous, kind, loving, compassionate on the outside, and they're really not. So we don't know who Erica is. That's the whole point. We don't know what she's going through outside of the public eye. Just like we don't know what Candace goes through. Hell, we don't even know what Donald Trump thinks about when he goes home and gets out of these faces of the press and stuff. So, I mean, we can't sit here and say who someone truly is as a person based off of what we see in the public eye.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, this might sound crazy, but none of us know too well who we are outside of these cameras. This is simply what we choose to show each other. So Candace chose to show what she wanted to publicly, and that's what she does with her audience. Erica chooses to show who she wants to portray publicly. And I don't think it's fair for us to say how she should conduct herself after her husband died. And I would be furious if someone told me how to conduct myself after anyone around me passed away. I would have some very choice words with that. And I think Erica has handled that backlash well as well. I think that she has done very well at not breaking down and doing. I think she's done as well as she can, and I think that, if she is a fake, if she is a fraud, I'm not saying she is, but if she is all those things, God knows, and there will be a day where the ultimate judge will see and be like, hey, what's up with this? And we're not them.
Dr. Manhattan, where is that? I'll play it tomorrow. Y'all know I love me a good Erica interview. Sterling, you talking about she's making millions. I have a problem with people that don't like wealthy people now. Okay.
I'm pretty sure she'd rather have Charlie Kirk back than the millions.
What?
No, the fact that people are even having trouble with her making whatever, I'm pretty sure she'd rather have Charlie back than the millions of dollars back.
Okay,
I mean, she was going to make that regardless. She'd rather have Charlie Kirk back, I'm pretty sure.
If you find it, send me a link. You can put it under one of my videos. I'll play it if it's a channel that I won't get a copyright on. I don't have a problem with her making money because it's a wealthy. They're wealthy people. Wealthy people make money off of just speaking. I have no problem with that. I'm all for wealth, but yeah, that's not a subject for another day. That doesn't matter. Erica, it's obvious why you vote Democrat. Okay, let me get off the chat. I think that don't spam my chat with the same comment. About how my mom's black. You don't spam my chat now. Listen, Erica Kirk is the problem. A lot of you didn't like what Charlie Kirk said. If you think Charlie Kirk is bad, the person trying to come up behind Charlie Kirk is Nick Fuentes. Now, he does not like the fact that Erica Kirk is running, well, not running, but she's the CEO of Turning Point of America. Candace had a problem with that as well, as far as her being thrown into this position. They don't feel like she really worked her way into it. If you think that Charlie Kirk was extreme, I have not played any videos from Nick Fuentes because I don't think I could play it without getting hit with
he's much worse.
Right? Don't talk with me. Under YouTube guidelines. So I haven't played Nick Fuentes. If I do, I'll have to edit the video. Y'all know I'm not doing all that work. I'll have to edit the video and then play it. And a lot of times I'm reacting with you guys. So I am watching it with you guys and reacting. It says I can't say what Nick Fuentes is going to say. I haven't played it, but it's a lot going on, you guys. Go ahead.
Lord, sometimes they be kind of mean in these comments, isn't it?
Yeah.
They talking about who's the big fella on the top left. So original. Whatever.
You haven't been to one of my
It's all
regular
par for the
streams,
course.
but
It doesn't.
we
It doesn't matter.
Charge
we
it, charge it,
actually
charge it to the game. That's why your daddy's in my DMs. Just kidding. Stop. Stop.
have
Stop. Stop. Stop.
Kayla, we actually have thick skin, and normally I don't combine my chat, so it's kind of funny. But when I do like my regular streams, Claude's not a weak guy. Like he knows how to like. He doesn't come from a part of YouTube where he's gonna fall apart over people's comments. Neither am I, because I'll get you together real quick if I choose to. But usually I have moderators who just block them. I just don't really have any mods besides Dr. Manhattan, who's doing an amazing job. But we're not softies over here. We can take it.
Oh no, I'm just joking. I like sometimes I do like to clap back though, because I have them little sarcastic comments, and I'd be like, "Not on your birthday, baby." You know what I mean? So it's whatever.
How are you?
Oh, I have mods now.
Oh,
They,
420 Virgo.
they
How
love
are
us,
you?
they love Uncle Claude now, you guys. Y'all better chill and do it on the bottom.
Uncle Claude is crazy.
Oh, I'm not
He
worried
be
about
hanging
that.
in there. He hangs in there. What's good, Robin?
None of the
Brown Beauty. I see
none of
you
this
guys.
stuff worries me at all. I've been through real life. This is
Right. Like I said, nobody knows who we are, away from
Don't
these
care.
cameras.
Join my horizontal streams where we're just chilling, like, and it's just us. Like we don't the chat. What did I tell you? I'll highlight comments without reading it. The only reason, like Robin, Brown Beauty, I know them from my regular streams. Other than that, I'm just talking to you guys. But my community is when I'm just doing my regular format streams. But because what I'm speaking about, I'm really passionate about. I love sharing it with you guys. I love the dialogue, but you have to have thick skin when you hit a panel because the chat is rough. And if you don't think that I get called everything but my name when I'm streaming about Donald Trump, I do. If it's not in the chat, it's in my DMs, it's in the clouds, it's under my videos. They call me everything, but I don't care. I just do it, and then if I get sick of you, I block you. That's all it is. Thank you, Curry. He says all three of us. Kayla is real chill. That wasn't the comment I was looking for. You are black? Well, duh. Are you blind? What is your
Oh
problem?
my gosh. Yes, Justin, your dad and your uncle's in my DMs. Your grandpa said he wants some too, but I was like, anyways.
It's so Kayla's the homie, you guys. Leave Kayla alone. I love Kayla. I don't care what color you guys are. Y'all gotta leave the race thing alone because you can't have it both ways. You get tired of people talking about race, but then you want to bring up race every chance you get. And let me tell you something: black people are sick of you guys bringing up race and then getting upset when we bring up race. So
Too,
shut
white people are too. Everybody's tired of it. I mean, I don't. But I am being summoned. My son has woken up, and it is time to feed him. But yeah, he's about 2 months now. So
oh wow! Congratulations!
Thank you.
Congratulations.
You're always welcome over here. I enjoy our conversations. We're connected on IG. We're good.
Yeah, for sure. I'm thinking about probably starting to do like some content too. I don't know. I haven't really figured out how I would start out and stuff, but I am being summoned. My lovely boy is in need of my attention.
Your baby.
Yeah.
You need help, let me know. I'll do some ideas with you.
Yeah, for sure. But it's all love, everybody. God bless y'all. True strength is in Jesus. And I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and good things for the new year. All right, y'all.
Bye.
You take care. Congratulations and all the best to you and your family.
Thank you so much. God bless y'all. Talk to y'all later.
Thank you.
I love Kayla. Kayla is beautiful. And right, AJ, you love Kayla. Kayla's right. Kayla's cool. And she's been really, really just she comes with her point of view. She comes with her youthful energy. I love it. I love her, and I think she's adorable. My Christmas was okay, Irby. How was yours? This black girl must want to get deported. Where were they deported? See, that's that left weird stuff I'm talking about. Where would they deport me to?
I'm sorry. Wow. That's special. That's
Mhm.
special.
So fun. What's good with you? I'm about tired. I'm about ready to get out of here. Kayla's
Mm.
chill, Dr. Manhattan. I'm ready to get out of here.
You know what, Dr. Manhattan, he's the best. Man. He's
I
been
scored. I
wonderful.
scored with him. I scored.
He's been
He's a
just
mod. I
absolutely
don't mod
wonderful.
my
He's the
chat,
best,
but
man.
he's now y'all know. Okay, so I don't mod. People keep asking me for wrenches. I don't give out wrenches. Don't ask. But Sooner, if you guys see her, well, I'll tell you guys tomorrow when I go live. But I started out streaming with Sooner. She just came back. I'm gonna deport the chatter. She came back. She was my moderator. They'll call her.
Yeah, I like Tuna.
Years.
She's feisty.
I've known her for years, and we will talk in our own community. Okay, but I'm not going to share that over here. Kayla is a rare young one who's actually knowledgeable. She is rare. She is rare, and I love the fact that she holds her own. I didn't know that Kayla had some feistiness in her, but y'all thought y'all were gonna try Kayla, and she gave it right back to you. Shout out to Kayla.
I didn't come on earlier because I knew you and Sooner hadn't spoken a long time. I didn't want to break anything up. So I hope that wasn't, an issue, because I knew that was your time. I figured that was you at her time. It wouldn't have been fair for me to be up there during that time.
Yeah, I'm ready to go though.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, I have to leave early too. I have to check on Mama Bolton. So
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Robin, yeah, I wanted to try something out, but I definitely cannot mix my political audience with my regular audience. That is not going to happen again because it was a little confusing for me. Robin, I don't care what stream you come to. I just appreciate seeing you, and I'm trying something different, but I will share that with you guys on my other stream when I come live tomorrow. We'll do Galaxies. I'm talking to you. We'll do a regular stream. We got things we got to talk about, catch up on, explain Sooner, because Sooner and I have some unfinished things to talk about. And I'll share that with you guys because my other chat don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Can we go to bed now? Yeah, Robin, I got you. I'm gonna go. Are you seeing someone? Be right. Why? What does that have to do with what I'm talking about? So let me say this to wrap this up. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. I really come in love. I like to have conversations. I love politics and I'm so involved. With that being said, it shouldn't divide us because I don't want to see your family struggle. I don't want to see you guys hurting. And I do believe in getting involved, voting. You can't complain if you don't vote. Nobody cares. And that's just it. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat, but I feel that these conversations are important. Neither party lies, neither are just. I don't agree with that. I feel that I'm going to cover, I am going to follow the trial with Tyler Robinson because, again, regardless if you're Republican or Democrat, Charlie Kirk should not have lost his life for speaking his beliefs because that goes against the American way. It goes against our Constitution, and that's that vigilante justice. And I will also follow the trial of Luigi Mangione because those are two trials that are highly controversial. And I'm going to follow that for you guys. Thank you, Corey. You have any thoughts for me so I can run? Claude, I'm going to run out of here.
I just pray that 2026 is better than 2025 for everybody. I'd like to thank you once again for being the gracious and wonderful hostess that you are. And I know we'll start jabbing again another time. And it's always a pleasure.
Thank you for coming up.
With that, good night, my love.
You guys, I'm so tired, y'all. And you go to New York for the Luigi. Robin, I would love to. I would absolutely love to. That trial is a big deal. I don't know how people are saying that Luigi is a hero. And for people not to like wealthy people, he wasn't struggling with healthcare issues. He was wealthy. He was wealthy. And nobody should lose their life. Just no, there's other ways, you know. I don't like everything that I see, but can I take people's life because I can't get my way with certain things? There's really no excuse. Now, Tyra Robinson, I do feel that there's more to it. Maybe he may not be the only one involved, but I pray for justice for the families, and they should know the risks and laws, and it takes time from citizens. 2026 will be epic. I would not mind taking you out or buying you some late night dinner. Mercy. Mercy. I had a question because I just joined. What are we talking about? We were talking a little bit about, I had a friend call in, Ryan, and she didn't agree with some of my political views. So we spoke about it, spoke about Donald Trump and different things like that. The Senate won't turn blue. Thank God. I'm going to pray that it doesn't. It's just you and me. Unique. All right, you guys. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I will talk to y'all very soon. Dr. Manhattan, thank you for mine the chat. Robin, it's so good to see you. I'll be back tomorrow to do a regular stream, you guys. I got you tomorrow. Are you talking about Luigi Mangione? I was talking about Luigi Mangione. I was, and yes, Robin, big hugs. All right, you guys, I'm tired, and I don't want to say anything dumb because I'm tired. It was a lot. Good night, Hendry. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys. Robin, big hugs. Aaron, I see you guys. Bye, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you, Dr. Manhattan and Robin. I appreciate you guys for my chat. Pretty sure both will, but we'll see. Every election has swung. Okay. That's another stream for another day. Bye, Crasher. Bye, you guys. Good night, Dr. Manhattan.